Hello, we're going to demonstrate. My name is Dante, and we're going to demonstrate skill number 13, urinary collection from a drainage bag. This is headmaster or TMU related skills. It's not regional testing, but this is going to be headmaster TMU drainage bag collection and getting the urine and recording. Okay, so I'm going to begin by knocking. I'm going to introduce the patient on this one. So I'm knocking. Hello, Mrs. Jones. My name is Dante. I'm going to be your CNA today. The reason why I'm here in the room is to collect the urine from your drainage bag. Does that sound okay with you? It does? Wonderful. All right, well, I'm going to go wash my hands and then I'm going to gather my supplies. I'm going to make sure I have the right patient. It is Mrs. Jones. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to go state wash his hands. I'm going to get my supplies. There are going to be 2 barriers. I'm going to get 2 glove changes. Each glove represents 1 pair of gloves. So this is a total of 2 sets of gloves. I have my alcohol wipe as well as my graduate. Okay, I'm going to come over to my area. I'm going to place down my barrier on the table. I'm going to place my set of gloves also right here. I'm going to get my other barrier and place my barrier onto the floor, right underneath the graduate. I'm going to place where the graduate would be under the drainage bag, and I'm going to place the graduate right on top of the clean surface. All right, I'm also going to get my alcohol wipe and place these onto my barrier. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to close the curtains for privacy. Hi, Ms. Jones. I'm also going to get her bed, the remote, and raise it so that there's clearance from the drainage bag on top of the graduate. Now that that's done, it looks like it's a good space, and I'm going to place this right underneath the drainage bag. So what I'm going to do next is put on my first set of gloves. My first set of gloves go on. All right, Ms. Jones, I'm going to take a look at your catheter, make sure it's draining. So I'm going to make sure that there's no kinks in the tubing, and she's not lying on it. Looks good, looks like it's flowing. All right. The other thing I want to do is take a look at where it's mounted, make sure it's mounted on a non-movable part of the bed frame. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up my alcohol wipe. I'm squatting because if I put my knee on the floor, then I need another barrier for my knee. So I'm just going to squat for this. I'm going to go ahead and expose the Dignity Shield and open up the Dignity Shield to take a look at the amount of urine. All right. The other thing I want to look at is the character of the urine. I'm making sure that before I open the nozzle from the holster that it is closed. There's an indicator that it is open or if the valve is closed. We want to make sure that the valve to the nozzle is closed when we release and open up the nozzle from the holster. So once I do this, I'm going to place this on top of the graduate. As you can see, this bed does not function with going up or down, so there would be clearance for this nozzle to be on top of the graduate. I'm going to go ahead and open the the nozzle, and so the urine flow can go into the graduate. All right, I've collected my urine. Sometimes you might need to even milk the bag. Now I've got the urine. I'm going to go ahead and close the nozzle. Before I put this back in the holster, what I want to do is get my alcohol wipe, and I'm going to go ahead and clean around the nozzle. I'm going to roll it into a ball, place it into the nozzle to clean the inside, to prevent the accumulation of microorganisms that could develop. I'm going to place this back into the holster. All right, that is complete. I'm going to get my graduate. I'm also going to get my barrier and the alcohol wipes. This is going to go into the trash. All right, I'm going to go ahead and come back over to my surface. I will place this onto, there's distance between my gloves and the graduate. They're on a clean surface, also on a clean level. But I need some urine, I need some substance in here. So go ahead and pour it all in there. Good, okay. So now I'm gonna place this on top of my barrier, flat surface on a clean surface, okay? What I'm gonna do next is, oh, Ms. Jones, I'm going to record the urine, but I wanna make sure that, and I'm gonna dispose of this, but I wanna make sure you're at a safe level, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and remove my gloves. Gloves go into the trash. Sanitize hands. Come over to the patient. I'm gonna go ahead and get you ready, Ms. Jones. I'm gonna lower your bed, so your bed is at the lowest level, okay? So that way, if you have any accident falling out of bed, you're safe while I am away from you. I'm gonna go ahead and open your curtains and undo privacy, and I'm gonna give you your call light, okay? Alrighty, I'm gonna see you soon. Let me know if you need anything. I'm gonna come over here to my surface. I'm gonna gather my second set of gloves. I'm gonna take a look now. What I wanna do is make sure that you're at eye level. You don't wanna be standing on top of the graduate to take a look and get your collection that way because it's gonna be inaccurate. What you need to do is come down to eye level. And if you take a look, this is, you wanna bring in and just take a look at the urine. What does that say? See, it's sort of in between.
So that'd be
575. So 575, that's 600, right? It's like 600, isn't it? It's right below 600, but we round up, don't we?
Yeah.
So we round up. Okay, thank you very much. So what we're looking at is the collection is right below the 600 slightly, but it is so close. We're gonna round up to the closest. They run in 25s. So these milliliters always are in 25s to 50, 75, then you go to the 100, 125, and it keeps working its way up. All right? That's what we're gonna collect. So I'm gonna now gather my barrier. I'm gonna get rid of this in the trash. I'm gonna go to the bathroom where I will dispose of the graduate into the toilet. Paper towel to turn on the water, wash, rinse, and then dry. And then remove this is gonna go into its designated area. What I will do next, take off my gloves. Water has been turned off. Wash his hands. And then I'm gonna go to my pen and paper and I'm gonna record 600 ml. And then I would say, skill is complete.